Item number 9, White Mountain Lakes Recreation Improvement District. We'll need a motion to move into that district.
So move.
Motion by Supervisor Seymour to enter the district. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Supervisor Thompson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. The ayes have it. We now are in the White Mountain Lakes Recreation Improvement District. Item 9A, the regular agenda. We have a quarterly report and update from their new director, Mark. We're glad to have you. I believe I saw you on the phone. Mark, are you there with us today?
You betcha.
There he is. Hey, thanks so much. I think it was last month that everything got approved, and here you are already back reporting to us, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate. I'm looking forward to the report, but appreciate your willingness to come back so quickly and kind of talk about what you've been able to do so far. So we'll turn the time over to you now.
Excellent. Definitely excited to be able to give a presentation to the Board of Supervisors. We do have a PowerPoint presentation for you to go along with my comments.
Mark, you can share your screen.
Oh, you want me to? Okay.
Unless you
Hold
want.
on then. Yeah, I didn't have it up.
Okay, I could do it.
All right. Sorry about that.
No problem. It's gonna take me a minute to get it up, but I will get it going.
I mean, I could also. So I'm ready if you need me to go.
Yeah, you can go ahead while I'm getting this loaded.
Now let me get the glasses on here and get slideshow started. All right, so how do I share my screen?
Up to the top, it says share.
Okay, you're gonna share now? Okay, well, let me make you the host again.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, now the bottom, it shows share screen on green.
Got it. Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. So share that. All right. So this is an update of the White Mountain Lakes County Recreation Improvement District. And the first thing I wanted to share with you, I got a couple different categories to give you an update on. The first category is, oh, slide didn't move. There we go. All right, so I wanted to share about the different meetings I've had with residents here in the White Mountain Lakes. First of all, I'll share that we did have a Zoom meeting back on June 18th. There were approximately 21, 22 folks in attendance, and a lot of, and it's great to get the feedback, get the concerns and comments and understanding of the full parameters of what the concerns are here at the lake. So that was a very nice meeting to be able to see their faces, and they can see my face as well. We do hope to be able to do a Zoom meeting again here in August. So we have another one coming up, and we're doing them in the evening to get more folks to perhaps have the ability to attend. I have heard that there are folks who don't have the ability due to internet issues to be able to do the Zoom meeting. They would love to do an in-person meeting. They would love to be able to do an in-person meeting, but unfortunately, even with the COVID situation, even if we did one, they might not be able to attend anyway, right? So really until things clear up, we'll probably continue to do the Zoom meeting and find other ways to reach these other folks. With that said, I did have an opportunity to go meet with the local community association and meet with their board. That was a great experience as well, and get to meet them face to face. They were also doing a Zoom meeting with some participants as well, so I got to meet those folks via Zoom and then hear their comments and concerns as well. Additionally, I got to meet with the Silver Creek Irrigation District. Went to their board meeting, introduced myself, got to meet the president, D. Ford. I've had a few conversations with D since then about the lake water and the levels and different things going on. So it's great to be able to have somebody like that to work with. He's been great to work with. also share that there's been a couple of different individual meetings. So that was over coffee or lunch. There's folks who requested to have an individual meeting with me, put out there necessarily on a Zoom meeting or in a giant public meeting. So glad to be able to meet with those folks. And then of course at the lake, folks just come by, they'll stop, they'll sit here in the office, and we'll be able to talk right here at the lake while they're coming, getting ready to do some fishing or come down to swim. So it's been really great to be able to meet the residents here at White Mountain Lakes. Second category, share some with you, some of the activities we've got accomplished this year. A little rough because of the COVID-19 issues, but we were able to do a movie night. We did it on July. So to get us away from the 4th of July traffic and all. The movie was National Treasure, so that was a lot of fun. We did this in partnership with the Community Association. They had all the equipment, so they put the projector on the screen, and everybody sits on the beach and properly distanced, of course, in family groups. And so it was a lot of fun. For our part, we ran a couple of movie-themed activities. Since it was National Treasure, the movie, we had some stuff in the stand hidden for the young ones, and we put together a treasure hunt with clues that they had to make their way around the property to find the goal at the end. So that was a lot of fun. It was a bass tournament. This was just this last Sunday, on July 19th. We had 19 different bass boats on the water. By 4:30 a.m. they were already out there. It's the quietest crowd I've ever heard. Right? They're busy fishing. They're not doing a lot of talking. But with 19 folks, 19 different boats, there was probably close to 60 fish caught. Of course, it's catch and release. On our Facebook page, you'll see we have we posted the winning fish at 5.33 pounds. So that was a lot of fun to have the bass tournament. They love coming here. It's a good cooperation with the bass tournament here at the lake because they do things for our lake. They'll give us information about the quality of our fish, the quantity of our fish, the different kinds. The Bass Club also provides fish habitats. So there's about a dozen fish habitats that they've put in on the bottom of the lake to help give small fish a place of safety. And so the small fish all hang out there, and then of course the big fish hang out at the habitats waiting for small fish to leave. So the bass tournament was lots of fun as well. Next category has to do with lake access. So we have a placard system in place, and I would say in watching it happen, it is working fairly well. The placard system hangs on their rearview mirror, and they just show their number as they come in. Everybody has a unique number as they come in. And of course, we give new placards out on a daily basis as well. So that system seems to be working pretty well. We talk about lake attendance. I'm going to mention that Saturdays, of course, are the busiest day of the week. Sunday runs a close second. July 4th, of course, is the busiest day of the year of the other 2 or 3 other holidays that are busy. But this year, 4th of July, Saturday, we're together. And so we had a pretty crazy 4th of July. But we managed to get our way through with lots of different extra parking, people parking up and down the street. And we'll talk about parking here in just a second as well. But the 4th of July was fairly successful. People came and went. There was not a lot of confrontations. And so it was a smooth 4th of July. In regards to lake access, the final thing to mention is that we have lots of property inquiries more than ever. So what that means is folks who have properties who have bought it there will call us on the phone and ask us if they have lake rights or how that works. Folks who have just bought a property here and they want to know how they can go about getting a lake pass, a placard. So it just seems like on a daily basis, I'm having at least one conversation with somebody who's bought a house or is buying a house here. So it seems like the neighborhood definitely is growing, right? Let's see, category 4. Some improvements that have happened at the lake, mostly on the tech side. What I mean is that the website, we got into the website and did some updates. I've been putting a lot more photos on there, and we make them clickable. So the photo represents the thing they want to click on, and they can just click on the photo and go straight to it. All the website updates have to do with the idea of ease of use, and of course, being able to find info quickly, right? We want to find the info they want within 1 or 2 clicks, 3 at the most. By popular demand, I added a fishing page because folks always want to know how much fish, what kind of fish, how to fish, where to fish. And so we have a fishing page that posts pictures of all the fish that are caught here, and that encourages some of the new I've also added other highlights to the website, things like the beach and the swim dock and the boat ramps and boat slips. Just to highlight every amenity, it has a page that does that. So that's been fun to add these to the website. The biggest website change would be our domain change. And this was done also for ease of use. Here's the original domain was wml/recreationdistrict.org. I get getting a lot of comments about how it's hard to spell. If I was telling somebody over the phone, it was it's a lot of letters to track down, and you have to be able to know how to spell recreation and district and do it quickly. So I got some of those complaints and issues about how long our name was, so I've modified it. With our long name, our acronym's still long, right? We have 7 letters, but it still that becomes an identifier. The WMLCRID becomes an identifier of the district, and becomes a shorter way to say our name, and it becomes an easier way to find our website as well. Additionally, we created a district logo, and you can see it there in the lower left. The district logo is very helpful in finding a way to get the message across of the agency, right? It provides a look. The message here in this logo that I love with the sailboat is that it's moving from left to right, the direction we read. It presents motion, moving forward on the go. And I love how the letters, the words of our name are like the winds in the sail, pushing it forward. So, whether folks catch that or not, it is a logo that kind of has some action in it. And so that's one thing we love. The reason we do a graphic logo or a graphic design for an agency like this is it's useful, right, to identify the agency in a very small space. Things like email signatures, you'll find letterheads, right, maybe the flyers and posters. And of course on promotional items like our staff hats here, right, they quickly identify staff who are Lake staff. So we're very excited about the new graphic look for our district. Next category has to do with the Facebook page. I mentioned that already, but we did start a Facebook page a few weeks ago. And this becomes very helpful in promoting the most current happenings that are going on at the lake. Also helpful in creating positive interactions with our district members, right? They can interact with the page. It's not a group where they get to all comment, but they can interact with me, interact with staff. They can like certain items and pictures. They can get the most current information. And of course, I want to mention with the website. So the website will continue to be our main focus of where information is disseminated. In fact, the website is going to have a capture of the most recent Facebook posts. So the Facebook will highlight the website will highlight the Facebook page. And so that will be in good coordination with each other. So here is our Facebook page. Feel free to go on there and like it. I think we're up to 70 or so likes, trying to get to 100. That's our first goal. And we look forward to seeing you on there. All right, category 5. This is my final category. Has to do with some projects that we're looking to maybe get accomplished here. So the first comment would be that of potential projects, some big and some small. And this is collected from the plethora of community discussions I've had with the community members. Also, it comes from seeing the lake in action, right? Being in part of the operation, seeing how things operate, seeing what the needs are. And so some of the items will come from just, hey, this will be more efficient if we do it this way or have this thing in place. Just to give you an idea of some of the projects that might be on that list. There's a big demand for additional boat slips. Those are rented out. Currently, we are full and with wait list. And so if we can get some additional dockage, then we can figure out a way to add additional slips and meet that need. And it's what could be called low-hanging fruits, an additional revenue coming in from those slips. And we would try and do it in such a way where we wouldn't push out in the lake too much further, to decrease the footprint of the boating experience. That's been a concern as well, but we definitely need more slips. Another issue that becomes readily apparent, especially on the busy holidays, is that we need to find some solutions for overflow parking. Let's see, other items. Some of the small items would include things like, hey, we need folks have requested a fish cleaning station. The sand on the beach is getting to be a little thin, so maybe we can bring in some sand and get that a little thicker and have a nicer beach experience. While we're at it, can we expand and maybe get some more footage, square footage of beach as we move around the corner our beach area. We have room to expand there just by knocking down some weeds and putting in additional sand. So that would increase our capacity at the beach as well. Some larger items would include a need for a larger picnic area. Currently, our shade structures only hold one picnic table and maybe a second one next to it in the shade of that structure. Having a larger picnic area that could hold maybe 30 or 40 folks would be something that is kind of in high demand. Of course, there'd be a rental fee to go along with that. So again, it's an amenity for the lake that would then increase some additional revenues, which would allow us to do additional things, right? I've heard lots of comments about our creek. The district does own the creek all the way out to Borden Ranch on the incoming side. And having some kind of trail or access points to the creek for fishermen and for nature observance, right, to observe wildlife would be a nice thing as well. So there's been some discussions about what that would even look like. So with that, I think that concludes my presentation. I open it back up to hear any questions you guys may have.
Thank you. Appreciate the presentation, Mark. Is there questions, comments from members of the board?
I'll let you go ahead, Jason. This is your project here.
Well, thank you, Supervisor Seymour. Sincerely, thank you. You can tell you kind of hit the ground running, really gotten involved in the community to try and understand what some of the desires are from the community members, as well as what the realities that you're able to accomplish and do. And so really pleasantly pleased myself personally with everything that I see that you have going on. So thank you. We hopefully can find ways to, you know, as you get through this season and start looking at next season, I'm sure you'll have recommendations or things you're wanting to do as you look at your budget. And hopefully we can find ways to be able to partner with you on that. So thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say
Any
thank
other
you for
comments?
the presentation. It gives us a great idea of what's going on, and appreciate your work. You know, like Supervisor Jason said there, that you're hit the ground running, and it shows. So we appreciate your energy here. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Seymour. Any other comments, questions? Okay. Hearing none, Chair would at this time entertain a motion to enter or to go back to regular session.
So move.
Okay.
We have a motion. Perfect. A motion by Supervisor Seymour and a second by Supervisor Thompson to go back to regular session. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it.